Hi everyone, my name is Gorbovskaya and I'm really glad to talk to you all today. And today I'm going to share with you everything I know about combining successful teaching and entrepreneurship. I'm going to share with you, as I like to call, not secrets, because it's really simple, but at the same time, because I tried them and I implemented them, I know how they work, and today I'm going to share them with you. I hope you can hear me well, and I hope it's going to be useful for you. So let's get the ball rolling. A few words about myself. I studied psychology, languages, and business. So basically, that's I'm using in my current work all the knowledge I got from my education. I run two companies. One company is called Little Lily. It's an early development center in English, and we work with kids. And the second company is called Method Say. It's a company, it's an educational center for teachers who want to improve their teaching, who want to become successful teachers, and who want to deliver great results. I'm also an author of Method Say. It's the method I developed, and the case of this method I'm going to use today when I'm going to talk about teacherpreneurship. And yeah, I love to share what I know, and yeah, that's what I do. Today I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share with you some particular steps, techniques that you can use, useful tips, and also books to read. If you feel that you'd like to develop in that direction, you'd like to use this tip, so you can learn more about this area. And whether you want to be successful having your private practice, working as a private English tutor, or you want to grow your own chain of educational centers, these tips, these non-secrets will be useful for you. Okay, so let's start. Secret number one, awesome product. So you should have a really good product. And the secret about this secret is that it's very important that you not only know that it's great, so it's not only great inside, so you're so excited about it and you know that it really works, you know that you provide great lessons, you know that you use a great methodology, you know that students deliver great results, they really speak, yeah, they really use English as a tool to communicate, but also you make sure that your audience, that your clients know that your product is awesome too. And for that, it's very important that you know who your customers are. So you take your product, yeah, and it's always complex, it's always consists of different elements, and you show those elements, you show those sides that will meet, as we like to say, the pains of your customers. So what they need, what they are looking for. We all know that we're not buying a jacket, we are buying, let's say, warmth, yeah, we are buying, I don't know, style, we're buying, if it's a very fancy jacket or a fancy bag, we are buying certain opinion in our society. So you need to make sure that you know your product, that your product is really good, because I'm convinced that if you sell bad things, you can only sell them once, you know, and okay, you will sell it to 100 people, but then you'll need to find other bad products, and I don't think it will work. So you know that your product is good. And what is your product? Yeah, so it can be your lessons, it can be the methodology, it can be the lessons that the teachers you hired provide. So you know that they're good, you know how they're different from others. Why are your lessons better than other lessons? Yeah. You can prove the results, and you know it, you know your product, you know it's really good, and you show the sides that are really needed, that are really wanted by your customers. Let's imagine who wants to learn English your whole life. Nobody, right? You don't buy English lessons. Our customers don't pay for hours of learning English. No, they buy fluency in English. They buy opportunity to talk while they travel. I don't know, opportunity to study abroad, you know. So you show the sides of the product that will matter to your customers. And so a few words about my product, about my awesome product. The method I developed is called Method Say, and it's very simple and at the same time clear and powerful. So it's really effective because it's based on the I'd say on the innate ability to acquire a language. So we're all born with the ability, with the natural ability to acquire any language. And I studied it a lot, and I observed it, and I tried, and I used this, you know, our ability that we all have, and transformed it into a method. And it's based on 3 basic principles. The first principle is principle of quantity. Do something, the better we become at it. The more you ride a bike, the better you ride a bike, right? And the thing is, with our current situation, with our current lessons, what I've seen a lot is that students mostly listen to a teacher. And a teacher is what I called radio mode. Yeah, a teacher turns on this radio mode when he or she talks and talks and talks, and he or she expects that the student will do the same. But the thing is, the more we listen, the more we learn to understand, and only the more we talk, the better we talk. So using Method Say, we create situations in the lesson, starting from the first lesson, even when a student doesn't know a single word in English. We create such situations in which they speak, and they speak 50% of the time. Can you imagine? It's great. So they speak all the time. We learn to speak. The second principle is the principle of diversity. The more situations you live through in your lesson, situations of these, I don't know, let's say role play games, yeah, going to shop, I don't know, cooking soup, visiting a doctor, doing worksheets, yeah, studying science, I don't know, making a craft, having a snack time with I don't know, cup of tea, for example. So the more diverse your lesson is, the more situations you have in your lesson, the better your students' English in terms of in terms of vocabulary, and also in terms of your students feeling in English. I mean, feeling in when he or she is surrounded by English. So let's say if I just in my lessons, if I just read books and let's say sing, yeah, then I feel that English is about reading books and singing. But when I face lots of situations in English, lots of daily life situations in English, then I feel that English can be a part of my daily life too. So that was the second principle. And the third principle is the principle of pleasure. The more we like something, the more we want to do that. And the more we want to do that, the more we do that, and the better we become at it. So the third principle is principle of pleasure and fun and enjoyment. And so I combined all these 3 principles, and it resulted in Method Say. And at the end of my today's presentation, I'll give you some links where you can download a free video if you want to learn more about the Method Say. Okay, so it was my awesome project, and I knew that, and I knew who my customers were, and yeah, I showed them the size that they really wanted. So I met their needs. The second secret is secret about knowing your strategy, actually knowing yourself. And I'll explain what this picture means in a bit. So basically, what I mean by this secret is that we all so different. We're all so different, and some person will be so good at selling. Some person will be so good at creating something, and we all have different strengths. And when you know your strength, when you know yourself, when you know who you are, then you can actually find the right way for you. I'll give you like a metaphor. Imagine that you're a vehicle. Let's say you're, I don't know, a mini. Yeah, you're this nice little car, you know, but you don't know that you're a mini. And you go through the forest, you know, through the dumps, and you get stuck, you know, and you feel frustrated because it's not your way. And you're supposed to, you know, to drive, you know, in the city, and then like, so people will look at you because you're so nice and cute, you know. Or let's say, I don't know, you're a horse and you need to, I don't know, run wild in the mountains, but you get stuck in the traffic in the city, and you also feel frustrated, and it's like not you. So first of all, what I want to say with that is, now we have this pressure of like, you know, you need to do that, you need to push yourself, you need to be like that, you need to be like him or like her. It's not true. It's like not everyone has to, I don't know, run their his or her company or create or methodology or, I don't know, earn millions. It's not true. It's the pressure of society. And I've been looking at this question of how to understand who am I, who I am, how to like, everybody talks about that. Tony Robinson, all this, you know, motivational speakers, all the people who talk about how to become successful, how to earn money, how to run a business, they say, be yourself, you know, but nobody tells you, like, how do I know that? And because I studied psychology and I looked into that question, I've looked into that question for like many years. And what I found the best tool so far is called human design. It's a bit complicated if you want to go into details, but on the surface, it's pretty clear and obvious. So basically it will tell you whether you're good by yourself or you will need to work in teams, and you'll need to find someone, whether you have a constant supply of energy and you can work long hours, you know, and you can really like do something big, or you don't, because of your nature, because of your design, you don't have a lot of energy, and so you will need to find people who has this energy, people who have this energy. And yeah, so learning about yourself, knowing who you are, you know, like who you really are, not who you think you are. Yeah, like not because we live in this very homogenized society where everybody wants the same, but it's not true. We all want different things. So I believe that all the steps that I also mentioned here about your product, about all the other things, is it really matters if it's according to your strategy, if it's like really what you want to do, and that means that you will be really good at it. Okay, so learn more about, if you want to, if you've been interested in that and you've been looking for something to, okay, who am I? Where's my path? You know, where should I go? Then check out human design. Okay, the next secret is marketing. So you know your product, you know what you sell, you know that you know who you sell to. Okay, now where do you find your customers? Yeah, now it's marketing. What is, like, everybody knows what marketing is, like everybody heard what marketing is, but when I ask people, okay, tell me, like, okay, I want to build my marketing, what do I do? And like, oh, so, but in reality, it's very simple and very clear. So first things, there are 4 P's of marketing. basic things that you need to answer you need to know this 4 P's of your product, of your entrepreneurship. First P is product, as I told you. The second P is place. So where do you put your product? Where do you advertise it? And when it comes to teacherpreneurship, when it comes to teachers, you don't really need to go very far. Social media is more than enough, you know, because you have your own profile, so people can actually meet you, can get to know you without meeting in person, you know, because you have this profile. So social place is social media, and it can be VK, it can be Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as an additional channel. The third P is price. So what is your price? You can look at the average price of lessons in your city, and if you know that your product is really good, it's really awesome, then you can make it a bit more, you can make the price a bit higher. And promotion, how do you promote, where do you promote? And again, social media is more than just enough. You can learn about Yandex and Google, you can learn about, you know, all this advertisement systems, but trust me, teaching is very specific kind of business, and the best place to promote and the best place to place your product is social media. And even if you cover just one social network, VK is enough, because I started I started on VK, and we still don't have a community on Facebook, but we're working on that, because now I have a team that helps me with the promoting method, say. Yeah, but and I've been teaching teachers for more than a year and a half now, and I still have new clients from VK. So 4 P's of marketing, one thing, and the other thing to understand about marketing is actually it's about how do you make people know about you. For example, if you think that they, I don't know, your clients visit this shop and you put a poster in this shop, that's marketing. Yeah. If you think that your clients live in this house and you put an ad, you know, on this on the front door, it's marketing. And also, and if you're going to be a private tutor, and if you are a private teacher but you just need more clients, then maybe you don't even need to go like online with advertisement. You should be online. You should definitely have a profile, a professional profile on VK, not private, for private purposes. It should look professional, and it should tell a particular story about you, who you are, what you do, what your values are. And so basically all the places where people learn about you, and where people ask questions about you, and also where people sometimes leave their emails and phones because they want to know more about you, it's marketing. And nowadays it works this way. So basically you have either a VK page, and it's, for some people it's enough, or you have a landing page. Landing page is it's a website which basically consists of on one page, and you scroll down, and the site for this conference is a landing page. And then so you have this landing page, and then people come to this landing page, and for example, they want to learn more about you, or they want to receive a gift from you, something small, something useful. It's called a lead magnet, because leads are people who come to this page, and lead magnets that actually attracts them, and they leave a phone number or an email, and then that's the point where marketing stops and sales start. Because a lot of people think that, and it can work with clients calling you on the phone. Hi, I heard that you give English lessons, and it's really like, and I'm interested, tell me more. And a lot of people think that like it's these are the sales, you know. Okay, he or she called me, yeah, and then I have a client, or he or she came to my website and gave me his phone, and then it's a client. No, and it doesn't work this way, unfortunately. A lot of people, they call or they give their contact details because they, I don't know, it's called emotional decisions. I don't know, they felt that it's interesting, they wanted to know more, or they wanted to find out, and then, you know, when this emotion goes down, they feel okay, the logic, you know, starts kicking in, you know, and okay, no, maybe I won't do that. So the next very important part is to think about your sales. And the secret is about sales is that first of all, to understand that people who come to you, who give you the contact information, they make emotional decisions. And if you don't call within 5 seconds, or sometimes even within 5 seconds when you call during the conversation, they calm down. So what you need to do with your sales strategy is to make sure that during your conversation with them, the value of money meets the value of your product, which means that you show all the benefits they get, and the second thing, you show that how it solves their problems, their pains. You know, all clients, they have pains, they have something that they need to be solved. Why do I need a jacket? Because I'm cold, right? Why do I need, I don't know, something? Why do I need to learn English? Because I suck at work, you know, and I want to get a promotion. But if you start talking about, okay, my lessons are so good, we're going to meet 3 times a day, you will have homework, you know, it doesn't say anything about this promotion. So my secret about successful sales is to understand, to find out their needs. So I start talking with a person about this person. Okay, who are you? Why are you calling? Okay, tell me about your troubles, difficulties. What do you want to achieve? And then people like to talk about themselves. So I find out everything they want, everything they need, everything they struggle with, and then I tell them how my product can solve their problems. And then that's the moment where their needs, the value of money meets the value of the product. Okay, so these are sales. A good book to read about sales, it's called A Good Book to Start, if you want to look into that. Trust me, even if you're just a private tutor, you know, and you're looking to increase number of your students, and you used before the only way for that you use the word of mouth, then definitely you can increase, if you're interested in that, you can increase number of your students. If you're interested to, I don't know, to have a full workload in summer, then you need more students, and for that you'll need to learn more about sales. The good book is called Spin Selling. Spin Selling. It's also, you can find it also in Russian. Okay, then the next secret, the next slide. If you want to make it serious, especially it's important for if you have your center, or your school, or you're planning on opening your school. It's very important to know your target, your goals. For example, okay, I'm going to have this, you know, website. I'm going to have this landing page, this advertisement, this sales. I'm going to improve my sales. okay, I'm gonna do that. But then if you don't know really what you want to achieve, you know where you're going. Let's say, I don't know, you want to make 100 rubles per month, or you want to find, I don't know, 10 new clients. It's like it's going to be just, you know, efforts towards different directions, you know, and you won't know whether you achieved what you wanted or you didn't. So it's very important to set your goals, to set your targets. It can be, I don't know, in money value. I want to earn this much money. I want to have this much clients. I want to have, I don't know, this many subscribers, you know, whatever. So it's very important. And then you can start working down. I want to have 100,000 rubles per month. It means that I need to have, I don't know, 40 lessons per week. That will cost, I don't know, 1,000 rubles per lesson, let's say. So you do the math. When you have the goal, then you can actually make sure that your steps align with this goal. Okay, the next secret is your team. It's very important that you work with people and you find the right people. And I know that I'm running out of time soon. I'm going to be running out of time. So the best book that I found on finding the right people for you, for your team, is called Who Solve Your Number One Problem. Who Solve Your Number One Problem? Author Geoff Smart. Geoff Smart. Yeah. And like my advice, my tip, before hiring someone, before inviting someone to your team, make sure that you know at least something about that. If you want to find a person who will make a landing page for you, learn what makes a good landing page. Learn how you can learn the criteria for good work. And the last secret is don't hesitate. A lot of people, they wait the right moment, you know, all the ways, okay, I'm going to do that first and that first and that first. And trust me, it will be, when you start, it's all different, because you never, you can't, you know, see ahead all the situations, all the facts, all the, I don't know, small details, only when you start. So if you waited for the right moment, if you waited for the right, I don't know, sign, yeah, so here it is. The time is now. Start with something. Then I know how important for a lot of people is to do a really good work, and it comes with practice. So start now. Okay, now I'm ready for the questions. Okay.
Okay, so do you have any questions for Julia? Okay, the question is whether you have lived in America or not.
No, I haven't lived in America, but I did spend 6 months in Australia, and I love the Australian accent, but yeah, it's really hard to have to build such an accent if you don't live there permanently. Okay.
I have a question for me. So how did you come up with the idea of your own method?
Well, I didn't like I never, first of all, I never used textbooks in my teaching process, because it was never enough for me. So I always invented something, combined something, you know. And well, after a while of doing that, I realized that actually I came up with something like significant and, you know, valuable, and also teachers started asking me, you know, how, because first of all, I taught the teachers that I hired in my center, I taught the method, and because we showed really good results in our center, so other teachers started asking, okay, tell me like how you do that, tell about your methodology. And I said, oh, it's actually, I came up with that. And they said, okay, we want to know more. That's how I started teaching teachers. Yeah, Method Say is for teachers.
Okay, so what about your team? How many people do you have on your team to promote these two schools and, I mean, these two products?
Yeah, so we have separate teams. For Little Lily, it's like separate companies for Little Lily and Method Say. And currently in Method Say, we have, we have, it's so complex. We have three people working on Method Say, and also we have Say Club now. It's a closed community for teachers who use our method, and also we provide lesson plans, all the materials for lessons. And also it's called Say Club now, and we also have 3 people there. And we have 2 people working in Little Lily plus teachers. So it's quite a team.
Okay, so there is a question from Tatiana Dmitrieva. So what is the average budget for starting up in an English center?
Tatiana, my recommendation would be to first, to understand what strategy you want to use. For example, if you don't have lots of money, but you really want to open up your center and you want to run your center, your school, and it's very important for you. And budget shouldn't stop you, because you start with working on your clientele base. You make sure you have social media presence. You're present in social media. You talk to your clients, ask your clients to talk to their friends. And you build it slowly. It's slowly. It takes up to a year or 2 years, and then you'll have enough money and you'll have enough clients to invite other teachers to rent an office and start your own center. If you have money and you can start it quickly, and you want to start it quickly, then I'd say 200,000-300,000 rubles. It's like a minimum budget. So money, really money, is about speed. If you have money, then you can do it quickly. If you don't have money, then you still can do it, but it will take more time. When I started, I had only 30,000 rubles, so I had no budget at all. I spent all this money on books and toys for kids. So, you know what? I'm very passionate about what I do, and not only about teaching English, but also about helping teachers to become successful entrepreneurs. So you have my contacts. Please add me on Facebook or VK, ask me all questions, and I would be happy to help to share what I know. I have tons of free, very interesting, I believe so, webinars on methodology, on different things.
Okay, and maybe the last question is like from Maria. She's asking, so what is your ultimate goal? Like to spread your method widely, or just to have it like very
No. I'm very ambitious. I want Little Lily. I want to make Little Lily a world-known brand. So when it comes to teaching kids English, or when a parent thinks about teaching their kids English, or when a teacher thinks about products for their lessons, they think immediately about Little Lily. So it's like lessons, apps, toys, books, word games, everything. And Method Say is also like a good, well-known method that everybody wants to use in their lessons. Yeah, I told you, quite ambitious.
Okay. All right. Yes. So good luck with your good luck with all of that, and just let your all ambitions come true. Let all your dreams come true. Thank you for being with us today. I hope you have enjoyed your talk as much as we did.
Thank you so much. It was very quick, and but it was a pleasure sharing with you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Julia, very much. Bye-bye. Have a good day.